Welcome everyone to the second part of the video series on set theory. We are going to look at Venn diagram. I have two questions on the board. Generally, you could be asked a question that involves two rings or a one that involves three rings. What do I mean by two rings and three rings? Let's look at the two questions we have on the board. The first one says, in a class of 40 students, 35 students offer chemistry and 26 students offer biology. If all the students offer at least one of the subjects, how many students offer both subjects? Now, if you look at the context of this question, you discover that two subjects, chemistry and biology, these are the two subjects that are mentioned in this question, chemistry and biology. And because of that, in drawing our Venn diagram to represent the question, we will have two rings, with each taking care of the two subjects that are mentioned in the question. But if we look at this one, the second question on the board, it says, a study of population of 180 students using sports facilities revealed that 90 students play football, 95 students play basketball, and 105 students play volleyball. 35 students play both football and basketball, 25 students play both basketball and volleyball, and 60 students play both volleyball and football. If you look at this question, you discover that three things were mentioned. Three different sports were mentioned: football, basketball, and volleyball. In illustrating this question, we are expected to have three rings, with each ring taking care of each sport. So the first question, we are going to draw two rings because two subjects were mentioned. In the second one, we will have three rings because three different sports were mentioned. Going to the first one, the question says, how many students offer both subjects? The question did not ask you to draw the Venn diagram, but I will advise you, questions like this, use a Venn diagram to illustrate that. By the time you draw a Venn diagram, it will give you a clearer picture of what the question is talking about. Now, in the first one, I will draw a Venn diagram and put two rings there inside the box. The first one will take care of the first subject, which is chemistry. I'm using C to denote chemistry, and B for biology. Now, this box signifies the universal set, which is 40, the number of students in the class. So U is equals to 40. That's the entire box. Now, it says 35 students offer chemistry. Don't write that 35 inside this ring, or 26 inside that of biology. If you do that, you have failed it. This 35 is talking about the entire ring of chemistry. Everything, as long as it's chemistry, all of them are in the 35. Everybody who is doing chemistry, whether you are doing it as a single subject or you are combining it with biology, you are in this 35. The same thing when it comes to 26. This 26 is for all those who offer biology. whether as a single subject or as a combined or in combination with chemistry. But this portion is for those who are doing chemistry only. Those who are offering chemistry only, you write them here. Those who are offering biology only, you write them here. Then those who are offering both subjects will be at the middle. And the question says, how many students offer both subjects? So we are not giving the number that offered both subjects. Rather, they ask us to find it. So you can choose a letter to represent it. Let's say X. Now, X represents those who offer both subjects. And you see, this portion is for those people that offer both subjects, who offer chemistry and biology. Now, to get those who offer chemistry only, you will need to subtract those who offer the two subjects from this number so that you can get accurately those who offer chemistry only. And that means the number that will be here will be 35 minus x. By the time you remove this x from this 35, you will get those who do chemistry only, those who offer chemistry only. And in the same vein, if you subtract s from 26, you will get those who offer biology only. The question says that all the students offer at least one of the subjects. That means nobody is outside the two rings. All the students offer at least one subject. So there won't be anything outside the two rings. That's what that statement means. With this, we have illustrated the question. This is the Venn diagram illustrating this question. And in exams like WAEC and NECO, they give bonus marks for diagrams like this. Though the question did not ask you to draw, but by drawing it, you might be given a bonus mark for doing that. Now, let's find how many students that offer both subjects, which is this X here. The universal set, which is the set that contains everything in the ring, in the box, is now that universal set is equals to everything in the ring, inside the box. 35 minus x plus x plus 26 minus x. Universal set is 40, so 40 is equals to, of course, you can open the bracket right away. This will remove this, that equal and opposite. Then 35 plus 26 will give us 61. So it's going to be this 61 minus x. Then, solving for x, you can switch sides. It becomes x equals to 61 minus 40, and that will give you 21. So what it means is that 21 students offer both subjects. So 21 students offer both chemistry and biology. Now, let's go over to the other question. The second question, we need to draw a Venn diagram as well, though the question did not ask us to illustrate using Venn diagram, but I've said it before, it's advisable to put up a Venn diagram. So our Venn diagram would have 3 rings, don't forget. football, basketball, and volleyball. Now, when you want to fill the entries into the ring, start from the middle. Start from the inner part, the innermost part, from the middle, and then you can now extend it to every part of the Venn diagram. Now, in the question, we are not given this portion is for those who play the three sports. Those who play the three sports. This is their position. And in the question, we are not given the number. We use a letter to represent it. So we say X. Now, for those who play football and basketball, we were told that 35 students play both football and basketball. We're not going to write 35 here. We are going to remove the number that play the three sports from the 35. So it will be 35 minus X. That is the correct thing. Don't write 35 direct. If you do, you have made a mistake. Now, for football and volleyball, this is the portion for that. Football and volleyball from the question says 60 students play both volleyball and football. You can't write 60 direct, rather you write 60 minus X. You must remove the number that play the three sports from that 60. Now, those who play basketball and volleyball, 25 students play both basketball and volleyball. So it's going to be 25 minus X. Then, these portions, the remaining portions are for those who do just one sport. Those who play football only, those who play basketball only, and those who play volleyball only. Now, in order to get those who play football only, if you look at the question, you are told that 90 students play football. So this 90 takes care of those who play it as a single sport, those who play it as a combined sport. All of them are in the 90. So in order to bring out only those who play football from this 90, what we're going to do is we're going to add all the members, other members of the ring of that football, and subtract the sum from this 90. So I'll say football only will be 90 minus the sum of all these, 60 minus X plus 35 minus X. Now, if you solve this, collect like terms, of course, this will remove this. 60 plus 35 will give you 95. Then, opening the bracket, it will be 90 minus 95 plus X. And that will give us minus 5 plus X. So, those who play only football, they are 5 minus 5 plus X. That is their number. Then for basketball only, '95 students play basketball. So 95 minus every other member of that basketball ring. 35 minus X plus 25 minus X. And it will give us 35 plus this will give you 60. This will remove this, they are equal and opposite. This one will remain. Then when you open that bracket, 95 minus 60 plus x, and that will give you 35 plus x. So what will be here will be 35 plus x. And then for volleyball only, the question gave us 105 students. So 105 minus everything, the sum of everything in the ring of basket volleyball, 60 minus x plus 25 minus x equals to 105 minus 60 plus 25 will give you 85. This will remove this minus x. Following, we will have 8 minus 85 minus x. And this will give us equals to 20 minus x. That's what it will give us, 20 minus x. The Venn diagram is complete. This is the Venn diagram. The next thing we are going to do is to find the value of x, which is the number that play the three sports. By the time we get the value of x, we can now substitute it and get whatever the question wants us to do. To calculate for x, which is the number of students that play the three sports, we will have to add everything in the Venn diagram. Plus x plus 60 minus x plus 25 minus x plus 20 plus x. So we collect like terms. Minus 5 plus 30 will give us, minus 5 plus 35 will give us 30, plus 35, 65, plus 60, 125, plus 25, 150, plus 20, 170. For the x, this will remove this, the equal and opposite. This will remove this. This will remove this, and it remains plus x. Then, when you switch sides and collect like terms, it will now be 180 minus 170, and is equals to 10. So, actually, 10 students perform 3 sports. Now, to calculate the number of students that play football alone, football only is equals to, this is what represents football only, minus 5 plus x. But our x is now 10, so it becomes minus 5 plus 10, which will give us 5. So 5 students actually play football only. Now, for exactly 2 games means these portions of the Venn diagram. Those that play football and basketball, those that play basketball and volleyball, and those that play football and volleyball. So we'll add all of them. exactly 2 games, -35 minus 10 plus 60 minus 10 plus 25 minus 10. This will give us 25 plus 50 plus 15. And when you add all of them, it will give you 90 students. So we have seen that when, depending on the question, when 3 things are being discussed in the question, you end up having 3 rings. But when the discussion is based on 2 things, it means you are going to come up with 2 rings. We have come to the end of the video on Venn diagram. Bye for now.